Honeys, it's Yolz and welcome back to my channel. I have a feeling that my comeback will definitely have mixed feelings because like I literally left yesterday, but this video is going to go deep as to why I left, how I left, why I'm coming back, why I even started this whole journey, and of course where we are now and where we are going, because trust me, this is Yolz 2.0. It has to be different this time, otherwise I don't see a purpose of actually coming back and doing this one more time. If you do enjoy this video, you know what to do. Give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below and let me know what you've been up to while I was away. It's only been like 2.5 months, 3 months actually. Let me know, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I know there's a hashtag road to 100k gang that always and consistently comments that, so actually, you know what, girl, I'm gonna jump on that train. Hashtag road to 100k. Let's get on it. It's absolutely free. Simply click that subscribe button and let's get straight into this video. Oh, don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up if you do enjoy it, ne?
Hey there. It's yolzchannel.
So where we left off, this is kind of awkward because I actually can't watch the video that I posted, the last video that I posted, because it makes me really emotional. I was emotionally drained. I think drained is a safe word. I was really sad and I was in a dark place, but one thing I'm glad about is that I had so many friends who tried to help me crawl out of the hole that I was in, and family who actually, I can easily use the word, saved me from my own demise, I suppose, or my own danger, because I only told my husband much later that before I went to my grand's, I went up to the 9th floor in a building, and the only reason I didn't do anything was because I couldn't imagine Faiz looking down or finding me there, pieces laying everywhere of his mom, you know. So to find myself whole again, I needed to take back every single piece of me and allow time, wisdom from my grandmother and the words of my friends to help me get back together. And of course I can't say this without God himself putting me back together again. So my cup is full now. I needed to refuel. I did mention that it was really empty. Girl, I was running on like below reserves. It's one of those cars where you're just like, how is this car functioning? It's that stick is below, you know, where it says 0. There was no fuel inside of me. And surprisingly, in September I picked up the camera one morning and I vlogged, and there was a joy inside of my heart. I wanted to get this content out there, but it was just too soon. I was just like, girl, didn't you just post that video 3 weeks ago? And the following week I felt the same burn, you know. And then I look back and I actually realized that the video, in as much as I say in the video that I did it as something that was respectful to you, I think Yolz needed to hear every single word I released in that video so that I could close a chapter in my life that had already expired. It was time for the next chapter, and without me doing that physical video, because some friends of mine are like, why are you coming back on YouTube when you just ended your channel? Like you said you were going to take a break. Is that enough time? Which you might be asking yourself. I needed to actually articulate that to myself so that I could close and get closure from that chapter of my life. A chapter where I was very inconsistent. A chapter where parts of me died, parts of me were really hurt, parts of me hadn't healed from mourning a lot of other things which we won't get into here, including my father's death, you know. And realizing that I actually saw life leave his body. And I don't think I even articulated that until I sat down with my gran and I was like, I think I've gone through a lot of trauma, and also my therapist, you know, and actually articulating the fact that I saw his healthy body go from that to bones, literal bones, to holding him and singing to him the night before he, you know, had his final breath. And I think I needed to officially end my channel, which became a nag at the back of my head, like, you need to do this, you need to do this, so that I can focus on the things that really needed attention inside. It was like a penal beating, literally. And in terms of time, God's timing is perfect. I thought it would take so much longer, but when the bug bit me that one morning, I knew I needed to come back. But I asked myself, well, why would you come back and what for? Before I could even answer that, I had to answer the question of, well, why did you start your channel? So I'm going to go straight into that. For those of you who've just followed me or don't know the full story, I actually started yolzchannel while I was working at the bank. I was really drained again. A season in my life. Hey, clearly I go through these phases. Yolz, check yourself. Self-awareness is so important. And I picked up the camera on a Saturday and I said, I want to step into the front seat of my life and drive it towards my purpose. I knew God had so much more for me. And when I did that, I really felt like I was in my element. I remember telling my mom, like, I feel so refueled, like I could film so many other videos. I feel so good. And that video didn't have to have any views whatsoever. As long as I released it, there was just something inside of me that knew, Uguti, that's what I needed to do in my life. And then a few months later, I started posting, videos about decluttering your mind and purposeful videos. A few months after that, I moved to Joburg, cut my hair, and then boom, the natural hair space blew up, and I happened to be at the right place at the right time. And I believe that was my natural hair girl era, as y'all call it these days. So I fell into the natural hair space. I started researching and again sharing my journey, because that's the fundamental part of who Yolz is. I believe in showing the pit stops, the slow times, the times we're going over speed bumps, the triumphs, the highs, the lows. And I believe that so much so that with my hair journey, that's exactly what I showed. I don't know if I showed all the bad times though. But I really wanted to grow my hair online with you as I grew on YouTube as well. So we did the hair thing, and then a few years later, I started Yolz Beauty during lockdown because I was really tired of buying Korean skincare, to be honest, Korean and Western skincare. And I was like, I'm gonna walk into Dischem and keep supporting white or Korean owned brands, yet I'm a black woman and I want something for my skin. Yolz Beauty blew up. We launched and you guys supported me so much. You still do. I don't do as much advertising online, but we still get those sales. We still have returning customers. In fact, I spoke to one today who said this is like my 8th order, which is crazy to me, to still have people who are ride or dies, but don't die for me, please. Jesus did that. Thank you, Lord. So I moved into business, got really busy there, and again, hired help, thankfully. Got to a point where I was like, okay, this is becoming redundant. And one thing about me, I don't like redundancy. I don't like stagnancy. Are there such words? I'm not sure. So I started consulting and helping other people grow their channels. Moved on to one-on-ones. And there was that one student who pushed me to the edge. She never pitched. Or when she did pitch, she wasn't 100% there. Then I was like, girl, level up. You've done consultations for corporates. You've done once off. And 2 months ago, while I was going through that rut that I was in, I decided to actually explore the avenue of corporate consultations, doing their social media. I changed my bio to, what is it saying? Yeah, digital marketing specialist. And I have a huge client right now who signed up for a good year. And I believe we'll walk on the road where hopefully I can justify adding someone else to that role and growing this business. So now I'm officially in corporate consulting for digital media, digital marketing, whatever it's called, social media specialist, yolzchannel, which I absolutely love. And I realized while creating content for my client that, damn, Yolz, if you needed any more confirmation about your calling in helping people, impacting people's lives and sewing, this is it. It felt so good that even after shooting content for my client, I'd pick up the camera and talk to the camera. So fast forward to a month ago, is it a month ago? Yeah, a month ago, I said to my friend, Wandisa, before my husband, because those are the two people I consult. They're like on my SGP. Is it an SGP? Yeah, every year we have like an AGM as well. My governing body, my members. I spoke to one day and I was like, I want to come back on YouTube. She was like, whoa. Girl, what are you going to do that's different? We don't want the same Yolz. you need those friends in your life who will be honest with you. She said, we don't want the same Yolz. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's still me. And she was like, no, we don't want inconsistent Yolz. We do not want Yolz who's gonna pop in and pop by and play with our feelings. We love you too much to see you lose your own potential, which we know your highest. So we want to see your highest self every time you put out a video. And if that's going to be too much pressure for you, don't come back as yet. Yay! A week later, I wrote things down and I called one of my old buddies that I met years ago. My husband and I met him, and it was like a 360 moment because I knew exactly who to call, Bongani. And I told him, you know what, I'm thinking of doing a series. When are you available? And he basically was like, not end of the month, now. And I wanted to launch the series in November. So I had a week to basically gather people up, and I started a series that I wanted to do for years, you guys, for years. And I think you saw the teaser with Influenced By. But this time, in my friend's words, I wanted to come back with consistency, because if there's one thing that was lacking with this queen in particular, it was consistency. So we basically shot, we spent a whole week shooting with amazing people, talking about their journeys between this life that we show online and what happens behind the scenes. And that's really my passion. That's always been my passion, purpose over everything, and trying to get behind their why they do certain things, who they are, and how they manage their finances. Because if there's one thing, I will not let you leave a room, even if you're a friend or I've just met you, without talking about money. I love talking about money because it's empowering, it leaves me fed, and it's refueling in every single aspect. So essentially, that's where I'm at right now. We are currently wrapping up the series, and within the next 2 videos, you should actually be seeing that series. I won't tell you the name now because it's a vlog that's got the BTS on there. It might come after, depends guys. But what we know is every single Wednesday in November, you can expect my brand new series. I'm so excited for it. Firstly, because it's going to be consistent. It's already shot. We're literally doing the last few bits and the edits. It's already shot. And I'm also excited because I left there having, I haven't discussed this with my team, my producer. I actually had been headhunted, and I was offered something. I was literally at the brink, the fourth and final stage of making a decision on an offer back into corporate. Potentially 800K type of salary. That's what we were talking about. A year, and I left corporate at $500,000. So for me, it was like, if it's not more than $500,000, I'm not going back. Long story short, after the first day I shot with Bongani and his team, I went back home and I said to my husband, I'm gonna have to let this deal go, because that girl was alive on that chair. And I don't want to even cry. I said to my husband, crying with tears, I want to be that girl again. I felt like me again, you know, and I haven't felt like that in a long time. And it comes with depression, it comes with being in a mental state that's a real rut, and not knowing truly where you are. But God answers in such a powerful way and a soft, gentle way that that's all I needed that day. Our first shoot was it. 2 days later, I sent the email, the dreadful email, saying I'm gonna have to let this offer go because there's this new opportunity that I really want to embark on, and it's huge, it's bigger than me. I said this to the person that was recruiting me, and today he actually responded after a whole week saying he's gutted to hear this. Can we still give it another chance, please, Yolz? No, because once again, my cup is full and I'm ready to pour out. I'm ready to fill your cup again in the smallest way or the biggest possible way. Whatever portion that I can sow in your life, that's all that Yolzchannel has done for me, but more so even for you, from what I've seen, at least what y'all be saying in the comments, you know, which makes me so happy to now move forward and say, well, where are we going, y'all? We're moving towards a stage where I'm gonna be the host I've always wanted to be. Girl, let me be real with you. I've always wanted to do presenting, been on Hectic 99 top 10, Danilo's year, by the way, if you remember Danilo, and the girl who was in the crutches. I don't know, I think she fell pregnant. Hey, let me not clever. Anyway, but she was there for a few months and then she had to leave. Defamation and Lord, at least I'm not mentioning names. But it was very sad to find out Uguti. I made it all the way to the top 4. And then the girl who wins has to go. Danilo, I think he actually did his term and then eventually left. Long story short, I've always wanted to do this, and now I'm going to take it more seriously. I want to give you guys quality, but more than anything, consistency, because you guys have stayed. How crazy! I left 2 months ago with the same amount of followers, and I'm going to come back to the same amount of followers. That's mad to me, when I've actually closed a chapter in my life, and some of you decided, or should I say most of you decided, to still stick around. So for that reason, I'm coming back, and we're gonna do so much more. This is only the beginning. What I will say though is that for the first time, I'm gonna really manage expectations. I hate the fact that I was inconsistent and that I didn't let you in enough, when I sort of brand myself as very authentic, you know, very open, but I wasn't really open about that chapter in my life. So now when we take rest days or breaks, we're gonna articulate that. That's going to change. Rest is productive as well. It's one of the things that I've learned, even being a daughter. One of the things that I've learned through this journey is that that's the most powerful place I can be. If I'm a daughter and a granddaughter, I am humbled by my role, but I also let go of the world's expectations of who I am, as the world has titled me to be. So as a daughter, when I'm grateful, I'm going to say, guys, it's a little break, it's a week's break, or even like December, I'm gonna go and leave. We're gonna air the series. Once it's done, we're gonna obviously have our December break. Let me enjoy my time with my family without that little voice saying, e-vlog, post on YouTube, you know, and freely doing it, knowing that you know where I'm at, and I know that you know that this is where we're at. We're prioritizing rest in the season, and then when we're back like we never left, you know, right, and it's us again. I want that relationship, and I really treasure what we've built so far. This feels like a breakup / make-up session, because it's me and you, and it's always been me and you. And also, whenever I think of Yolzchannel, besides it being my name, my nickname Yolz, which had nothing to do with me and you, now it has every single thing to do with me and you. So let's take on this journey with me. Come on this journey. If you haven't subscribed already, join us. Let's go towards that 100k. Let's go past that 100k, and let's do it for Yolzchannel. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to walk this road with you. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can tell. The only thing I'm holding back on is the tears, because they're almost there. I am waiting in anticipation for the series to go live, and for you guys to also get snippets of my life. So you will definitely see vlogs that I've filmed. The reason I'm filming them, it's not just throwbacks. The reason I'm putting them out there is because when I was filming them, I felt so good. And just because I've shared a part of my life where I was really, really sad, I want you to be part of the phase of my life where I was really, really happy and genuinely happy, authentically me, simply Yolz. And yeah, man, I think that's about it, you guys. Otherwise, you know, this won't end. I talk a lot. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe. #road to 100k. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up, and comment down below. Let me know what you've been up to the past 2 months. The biggest thing that I'm going to leave you with here is reflect, evaluate, look back, and go back in your life and look at where you are. There's nothing wrong with closing chapters, ending seasons, and then a lot of the series, I say this a lot actually, like a slingshot, be willing to take those 5 or 6 steps back, so that you can actually, you know, release that that slingshot, and let it propel you 10-15 steps further than where you were before you actually took off, before you took those steps back. And remember, fall forward. It doesn't matter how doomy or gloomy it is in your life. Even if you're falling, as long as it's forward, you are further than what you were before. I love you guys so much. Bye.